contributions to employment and growth in many Asian economies. Asia's tourism industry is expanding faster than anywhere else in the world, owing to the increasing wealth of countries such as Taiwan, South Korea, and Malaysia. Adventure travel is the type of tourism of Asia. Many people visit Asia for adventure. Asia is the continent to be for all adventurers. It can pose a challenge to even the most seasoned thrill seeker. Asia have the most exhilarating adventures to be had in some of the most breathtaking locations around Asia. Some of the adventures that can experience in Asia are base jumping in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. A sprawling concrete jungle awaits as you plunge off the edge of the iconic KL Tower in one swoop. The cave diving in southern Thailand. Discover with your own eyes thousands of years of nature handicrafts in submerged cave system. Encounter species that have been never exposed to light like small shrimps, blend cave fish, stalactites, and other breathtaking monuments of the dark underwater world. And whitewater rafting at Yangtze River in China. A narrow river bend makes this even more challenging than regular whitewater rafting. The touristic particularity of Africa lies in the wide variety of points of interest, diversity and multitudes of landscapes, as well as the rich cultural heritage. Ecotourism in Africa, where the traveler's experience will have a minimum impact on the environment, contribute to the supporting local communities and protection of wildfire and wilderness for generations to come. One example of ecotourism in Africa is Singeta. Singeta is committed to preserving and protecting large areas of African wilderness for future generations through three pillars, namely biodiversity, community, and sustainability. Singeta is a conservation brand that has been preserving African wilderness for the past 25 years, offering guests an exceptional safari experience with 12 luxury, award-winning lodge and camps across 5 regions in Africa. Adventure tourism is also the form of tourism in Antarctica. It is because Antarctica is an incredible tourist destination of icebergs, mountains, glaciers, and wildfire. Tourists are attracted by its scenery, adventure activities, and remoteness. In their wildfire, Antarctica is the only permanent landing area for the emperor penguins, and there are so many species of whale found in Antarctic waters, including minke humpback, blue, sperm and orca or killer whale. Antarctica also offers a stunning array of fantastic activities. Activities like shore excursion, where on-shore excursion in Antarctica allow you to visit scientific research stations, prominent penguin and seal colonies, and take hikes to elevated viewing points for fantastic photography. And sea kayaking, when you can paddle your way through the tranquil waters of Antarctica no matter your level of fitness, all while accompanied by experienced guides and a small group of fellow kayakers. Australia is one of the world's most appealing tourist destinations due to its spectacular natural environment, multicultural communities, excellent food, wine, weather, and lifestyle, and their friendliness and openness to its people. And also captivated with its one-of-a-kind natural wonders and exotic wildfire. Tourism was Australia's fourth most important export industry. Sydney and Melbourne are the most popular international travel destination in Australia, with Sydney's famous Opera House and annual Sculpture by the Sea outdoor art exhibit. Sydney caters to the sophisticated, and Melbourne is well known for its music, art galleries, and museums, as well as its celebration and expression of art. The outstanding growth industry of tourism, supplementing business, professionals, and student travel, brings employment and foreign exchange to many Europeans, especially in the Mediterranean countries, with their combination of sunshine, beaches, sceneries, and historical monuments. The world-renowned cities of Europe attracts large of number of tourists as well. In fact, European countries are consistently among the top tourist destinations of the world. They draw visitors from within Europe as well as from other continents. Tourism in Europe is a thriving industry with nearly 500 million travelers visiting every year. The number one tourist attraction in Europe is the Eiffel Tower. It is one of France's most famous sites, sitting in the heart of the Champ de Mars in Paris. The wrought iron tower was originally built to serve as the entrance to the 1889 World's Fair. The tower's three levels house restaurants and cafes, gift shops, exhibits about the history of the tower, the originally restored office of Gustave Eiffel, and several observation decks. The first two levels of the Eiffel Tower can be accessed via a staircase or a lift, but the third level is only accessible to visitors via an elevator. At night, the entire tower is illuminated with golden lights. The most popular form of tourism in North America is the cruise ship. The cruise ships are so popular because they provide a unique experience for tourists who want to travel to different places and see different things. Also, they are very safe and comfortable. The cruise also have entertainment on board such as movies, live shows, and other activities that entertain the passengers while they are at sea. South America is the continent contrasting landscapes featuring the highest, the driest, the largest, the deepest, and the rarest, and more. Some of famous attractions in South America are Machu Picchu, one of the most intriguing destinations on the planet and arguably the greatest of South America's tourist attractions. Shrouded by mist and surrounded by lush vegetation and steep escarpments. This abandoned ancient Incan city is perfectly perched 7,000 feet above sea level in the Andes, soaring above the Orobamba Valley below. Constructed in the 1450s, Machu Picchu is thought to have been either a country estate for the emperor of an important place of worship and Christ the Redeemer statue, Brazil an Art Deco statue of Jesus Christ in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, created by French sculptor Paul Landowski and built by Brazilian engineer Hector da Silva Costa in collaboration with French engineer Albert Cacot, a symbol of Christianity around the world. The statue has also become a cultural icon of both Rio de Janeiro and Brazil and was voted one of the new seven wonders of the world. A symbol of Christianity around the world, the statue has also become a cultural icon of both Rio de Janeiro and Brazil and was voted one of the new seven wonders of the world. One of the major problem or negative impact of tourism in the Philippines is the waste, and this negative impact is occurred in El Nido, Palawan. El Nido, Palawan. It is not only the resort and restaurants in El Nido's town center that is feeling the growth of its local tourism industry. About 7 kilometers from the town center, El Nido's 4.3-hectare landfill in Barangay La Libertad has been feeling the negative impact of the influx of tourists and uncontrolled development. The volume of garbage collected in El Nido has doubled since 2014, the year before tourist arrivals in the town hit the 100,000 mark. The increase does not only put also additional pressure on the town's limited resources, but also undermine the ongoing rehabilitation efforts by national and local government officials in the popular tourist destination. Data from El Nido Municipal Government showed that before 2014, the town collected almost 10 tons of garbage per day. Now, volume of garbage collection reaches almost 22 tons a day. Solid waste management has been a perennial issue that has haunted popular tourist destinations. In Boracay, government officials said in a recent study that 90 tons of solid waste are generated in the island daily, higher than the 80.77 tons per day, the average volume if the tourist destinations carrying capacity is to be observed. In El Nido, the tourism boom made garbage collection and implementation of solid waste management practices more challenging. El Nido now has 2 dump trucks and 2 trucks that collects garbage in the entire town. Compounding the problem are residents who do not segregate their garbage and dump them in the streets. Local officials said they encourage residents and businesses to build compost for biodegradable waste, which account for 50% of town's garbage collection, particularly in the town proper where most establishments are located.